Good morning, healthy, happy, and hot, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is you're watching this video. I am finishing up today the ab video that I started, and I got part of it done. And if you've watched it already, you'll laugh along with me because I almost forgot to go pick up my son, and I had to stop midway. But anyway, this video is from Core is Key, Abs and More. It's a PDF file that I provided for you from week 5 that shows 27 different ab and core exercises that you can do. I wanted to give you guys a video with a little bit more instruction, descriptions, modifications, stuff like that. So hopefully it'll be really helpful to you in moving forward and trying some new things and being more consistent about working your abs. Abs are my favorite thing to work. I don't know why, I'm just kind of obsessed with them. So actually I was on getting ready to start sheet 3, the very last sheet that starts with lying leg raises and lifts. So you know where we're at on the sheets if you're following along there. So I'm going to show you 9 new exercises today and talk a little bit about different modifications that you can do and also things you can take into the gym and or do at home. So again, number 1 is lying leg raises and lifts. I am going to have to move the camera around a bit today, so just bear with me. So I'm going to pull this down. So lying leg raises and lifts is a long extension where our feet are completely out and our arms are completely out, okay? And so, sorry guys, this is a lower abdominal exercise, okay? So our back and shoulders are here, our hands are down by our hips supporting our lower back. You can actually put them underneath your hands as well. In fact, that's probably a better option. And basically what you're going to do is use that long lever, pull them up, and then drop them down to the heels. The heels don't actually touch the ground, so it's nice and tight. Those abs are pulled tight. Back up and down. Okay, an option to make it a little bit harder is when you come back up, you're going to lift your feet straight up to the ground and bring it down. Bring it down, back up, lift those heels to the ceiling, and back down. To make it a little bit easier for beginners or for a modification, you can actually do this same thing and just keep, we actually showed this exercise in another video, but instead of having that long lever, you're just going to touch your toes to the ground, bring it back, squeeze, toes to the ground. You can see my upper back, my shoulders, the arch in my back all stays flat against the ground on that entire exercise, okay? Exercise number 2 is a stability ball exercise. So, stability ball. I love my wonky stability ball. I don't know if you guys can tell in the video, but it's kind of got a funky side over here. Still works just fine. This is one of the ones that you sit in a chair for work, and the little spot where it sat in the chair got a little wonky over the years, but still does the job. So, stability ball. Come up just a little bit. These are just stability ball crunches, okay? So you have a seat on the ball. Just sitting here in and of itself, you should be engaging your core muscles. You're going to roll out, so it's supporting the back. So when you're rolled out on the stability ball like this, to make it harder, you want to go further back so that there's more of this upper part of your body off of the ball. You're going to work harder. To make it a little easier, you bring it up closer to your shoulders. So modification for beginners is to come into where the ball is actually behind your shoulders or your upper back, okay? To make it harder, you can keep your hands here, but if you need it to support the neck, lightly, gently here, put the fingertips on the back of the head, and you're just going to crunch just like you're on the floor. So crunch and up, crunch and up. I still have that placement where I could put an orange underneath my chin, between my chin and my chest, and I'm looking up where the ceiling meets the wall, and up and back. And again, to make it harder, make the lever longer, up and down. I'm feeling it right here, guys. Squeeze and exhale, and down. 2-2 count. Up for 2, down for 2. Okay, remember on our abs, guys, we pick 3 exercises 3 days a week, and we do 3 sets of 5 to 25 reps of each of those. So by the time you finish, I'm going to show you a third exercise here. If you did these 3 exercises, you would have done each of them 5 to 25 times, times 3. Okay, let me know if you have questions on that in the group, okay? The third one, what I'm going to show you here today, because I'm going to be working with the challenge bars, is a little more advanced. But you can actually do this at a gym. You can see in the picture here, this is for captain's chair, leg, knee, hip raises, okay? Captain's chair is a specific rack that you'll find at most fitness facilities or gyms where you actually you kind of climb up onto it with your feet, and you have pads right here where you place your hands. There's a picture of it on the PDF file, and there's actually a little pad behind your back. So if you look from the side, I'd be here, and your feet are actually suspended off of the ground. And then what you do is you can do knee raises. You do both knees at the same time, okay? Or a little bit more advanced move is to actually move into doing straight leg raises, okay? And you would be doing both of those at the same time, but your upper body is completely supported in doing those on the captain's chair at the gym. A variation you can do on that at home, if you have challenge bars, which I do, or something of the liking, you can do that same, you can simulate. It's not exactly the same because you don't have the support behind your back and you don't have the force of the pads here underneath your arms. This one's a little bit more advanced because I'm going to be using more of my upper body strength here. So you guys can kind of see my feet. Okay, so here's what it would look like with challenge bars. So I'm suspended. I bring my knees in and crunch and down. Crunch and down. All right, or very advanced, straighten them out. So I bring them up and down. Up and down. It's just an option, guys, to show you that there are ways to push yourself when you've started doing something for a while and you feel like it's not getting you as much work as what it used to. I want you guys to realize that there's places to go with it, okay? So don't feel like that's something you have to attempt to do right now or you should even try to do. But if you want to, and that's where you're at, and you're like, you want that next level of challenge, you've got it. Another option that's really, really great that will simulate this exercise at home is if you have a chair or some sort of a step or a support that's wide enough. Approximately, it's going to have to be a little wider than a typical like table chair. And basically what you do is you lift yourself up like that with your seat, with your tush hovering over the seat. And you can just hold yourself here. So you could do this on a chair as well, guys, and you just push up and hover. Pull those abs tight. You can also push up and hover and pull the legs out straight and hold. Okay, so those are some other exercises that will simulate, again, a little bit more advanced move, but it's kind of fun to think about, wow, could I possibly do that someday? I have to tell you, when I started my 90-day challenge before I went into the 60-day challenge, I never would have even attempted those things. And it took somebody showing me how to do it for me to even get to a point once I started feeling myself getting stronger and stronger that I even wanted to try. But I got to tell you, when you finally do try things like that and you realize you can actually do it and you surprise the heck out of yourself, it's super cool. So, okay, second set of 3, cross-body mountain climbers. This is a great abs exercise. Mountain climbers in general are, but I like these because, so when we think of mountain climbers, a lot of times it looks like this. We're going fast. It's a cardio exercise. Okay, with these, I'm not focused on going fast. I'm focused on working abs. Okay, and in this particular case, we're going to be working pretty much full abs. I'm going to give you the normal option and then give you a modification, 2 modifications, actually one for beginners and one for more advanced. So a cross body, and I'll have to turn forward probably for you to see this as well, but basically what's happening is I'm taking the opposite knee, the opposite elbow, and then back, and then alternate sides. So let's say you're going to do 10 reps. You do 10 on each side. You can do all 10 to one side and then the other, or you can alternate back and forth. Okay? If you want something that is more of a beginner level, knees come down, cross, knees come down in the center. Okay? So you can't really cross with your knees down, but you can put them down in the middle to give yourself a little break. Okay, and then an advanced move of that same one is you're here, you cross, then you extend, and then bring it back in and down. So cross, extend, in, and down. Obviously, you'll see when you attempt this, you're giving yourself a little bit of an upper body workout at the same time. Okay, guys, next exercise is hanging knee raise. I have my handy dandy pull-up bar. Love this thing. It was like $40 at Second Wind Equipment. And I had to put it together, which was pretty simple, honestly. And then it literally just fits in my doorway. Check it out. I just lift it up and put it down. So you just slip it in there. And it holds me, I swear. In fact, it can hold a lot more than my weight. So what I'm going to show you first is hanging knee raises. So this is actually sort of a modification or variation on the captain's chair exercise I just showed you. But rather than your hands being down here or held here, they're up above you. Okay? So in this case, you could use any pull-up bar at the gym, at home, whatever you have. You can use whatever grip you like the most. So you could be here, you can have your hands this way, whatever grip you like the most, okay? This is one of my favorite ab exercises that I had to work into very gradually. And now that I've been able to achieve it, I make sure I do this particular exercise at least once a week. And I just love it. I just love it. So it is basically a toe raise hanging from a pull-up. So I like this particular grip on this bar. Okay. I'm going to switch the camera angle, guys. I really want you to see what's happening here. Okay. So I'm here. My feet touch the ground here because my pull-up bar isn't quite tall enough, but at the gym, I'm definitely suspended. And for a modification, a beginner move, you would hang here, and then you're just going to pull your knees up to your chest and back down. Exhale on exertion. Okay, so that's where you start, guys. Eventually, you can move up to using a long lever. So, looks like this. I'm here, and I pull up and down. Now, you don't have to go that high with your pike. As you start to do it at a beginner level, just raise those legs as far as you can and back down. The key to it, guys, is don't worry about how high you're lifting your legs. Focus on the mind and the muscle in the abs. So don't recruit other leg muscles. Don't recruit your back to be doing that exercise. Just stay on the muscle that you know you want to be working, which is your abs. Focus in, make sure it's contracting, and then gradually you'll start to see your legs lift. But again, start with those knee raises first and work your way up. So I just think that's a fun one. I feel a little bit like a gymnast, which I have never been. So give it a try. Okay, kettlebell windmills. This is a great one. You can honestly do this without weight. But it's really one that you want to stay very, very focused on your form with, okay? Sorry, I've got to move the camera around today. And my phone, the reason I'm not using my phone anymore and I'm using my laptop is because my storage on my phone, I need to sort through all my videos and my pictures and stuff because I've run out of room. So the windmill, kettlebell windmill, you're here. Feet are much further than shoulder width apart. You're going to bring one arm up and hold it. And then what happens is you slide down your leg. You're literally touching your leg. Bend over to the side. Keep that arm up and come up. You can also do this, guys, without weight if it's too much. I'm using 10 pounds here. I could go heavier, but honestly, 10 pounds is plenty for me. So down, slide down, just about touch to my ankle or wherever your flexibility will allow, and come back up. The key with this, guys, is that you're engaging this core the entire time. You not only use the muscles to contract and help you go down, but you also use them really tightly as you're pulling back up and focus them. So we're here again, down and up. And you can see, guys, if from the side what that looks like. If I'm here, you can see I'm going straight down to the side. So I'm not coming forward, I'm not going back, it's straight down to the side. And then, of course, you do however many reps you're going to do on the other side. So this is one of those exercises that you have to work both sides. Try to keep the chest and shoulders forward. I had a little bit of a turn on that one. Okay, the other thing you can do is look up at the kettlebell if that helps you balance. Okay, and up. I love these. You can also use a dumbbell to do this if you don't have kettlebells, okay? The kettlebell is kind of nice because of the handle, but obviously a dumbbell you could hold up and do the same thing. All right, couple more, 3 more to be exact. Kneeling cable crunches. Back to our bar. Cable machines, I've talked about those at the gym. So you can use a cable machine at the gym. There's a picture of what it looks like in pulling the cable down. If you use a cable machine at the gym, the attachment you'll want on the cable are those, it's a rope that has 2 little handles at the bottom, okay? And you're going to crunch down and pull that down. But I'm going to simulate the same thing here at home with the resistance band off of my pull-up bar. So I've got this run around my pull-up bar, okay? I'm going to grab a hold of the 2 handles. I'm coming down. I just want to make sure you guys can really see this. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to sit back. I'm sitting back on my heels, guys. Find the right distance for you. And in this case, the band's a little long, so if I hang on to the handles, I don't get enough resistance. So I'm going to cinch up onto it and grab a hold up here. Hang on very tightly. Remember with your bands, don't let them go quickly. Let them go gradually. And basically what's going to happen is I'm going to crunch down, bringing my elbows to my knees, okay? And come back up. Crunch down, elbows to my knees. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see it from the front. Don't mind my laundry in the back, y'all. Okay. I just realized I've got like towels out, dirty towels overflowing. Okay, guys, so this is what it looks like from the front. You can see I'm just sitting on my heels. I cinch up to where I'm going to get the amount of resistance I want. My elbows are in, and I'm going to crunch down, elbows to knees. Keep my head down, crunch down. And here's the key, guys. Do not use your arms to pull on the band. Keep your arms exactly where they are. The only muscles that are working here, abs. Crunch down. Crunch down. Okay? You'll find this doesn't simulate it. I think doing it on a cable at the gym is a little bit more effective, but you still get a really good work out with this, okay? 2 more exercises. Let's see if we can make 20 minutes. Side planks. I may have explained these on some level in one of the other videos, but this is our exercise on our sheet, so we're going to do it. Side planks, 2 option. I just did a ton of these yesterday, so my arms are probably going to shake when I do this. But a side plank is here. You can be on your elbow and just hold it. You can see my feet are stacked, one on top of the other. You also have the option to put one in front of the other or one behind, depending on your comfort level. And modified for beginners is to put that knee down and hold it here. Okay, that's a starting point for you. If you want to be a little bit more advanced with the move, an option is to come up fully and extend. You'll really have to work to balance on this one. Make sure if you're doing this full extension that you're not letting your hip drop or come up this way. Okay, keep it in alignment. You can bring your hand up to help you balance. You can also start adding leg lifts if you want. Mama, that's a really advanced move. And as I said, I did a ton of these yesterday, so I'm struggling to hold it. Oh, and if you're up here and you want to try it, and you want a more beginner move, knee comes down. Okay? But I would prefer you do it on your elbow first as a beginner rather than do it full extension and use the knee. Okay? Last exercise. I think it's a stability ball. It is. This is maybe, truthfully, my favorite ab exercise. Besides the pull-up bar, where we were lifting our legs. That's one of my favorites as well. This is another one of my favorites. It's basically a V-sit, which I've demonstrated before, but in this case, we're going to pass the ball back and forth. So it's kind of like playing catch with yourself. And I just always, I'm weird and I like fun little elements that make it seem more like a game or a little bit more like a challenge or gives me something to focus on. So this is what it looks like, guys. If you remember, we did V-sits before where we came up to meet our toes, so our upper body and our lower body were coming up at the same time. So I'm going to show you the full move and then I'll break it down with some modifications. Didn't make my 20-minute deadline. I'm here. I'm going to lift the ball with my feet, bring it up, my hands at the same time, and I'm going to pass it off to myself. So it looks like this. Then I come above my head, pass it off. I love this one. Pass it off. Good job. Okay, so modifications are to keep your lower body down, bring it up. So just use your lower body. You could also bend the knees to make it shorter lever, not as advanced. Okay? Or you can just lift, reach to your toes, roll down, lift up, reach to your toes, roll down, reach up for that sky, reach for the toes, roll down one vertebrae at a time. That's another video, guys. I'm so excited. That's all the abs. So I'm going to do my best to get you, so you'll have this one now. You have your upper body videos. Lower body is to come. I'm hopefully going to rock those out for you today. So I think that's it. I'm so happy to have you guys rocking out the abs and have tons of options. As always, as you're going through these videos, if you have questions, you want more explanation, post it in the group, email me. Otherwise, the other option is if you're doing the exercise and you're concerned about your own form, take a quick video on your laptop or on your phone, just like I do here. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You see what I do here. Send it to me. Tell me what your questions are. Tell me what your concerns are. Or just show me the form. Don't say a word. Just show me the exercise. And I'll give you feedback and let you know some recommendations, okay? That's it all. Take care.